This is America's election headquarters at FoxNews.com. I'm Jonathan Hunt. Millions have watched the video of KTVA Anchorage reporter Charlo Greene saying an expletive live on air before quitting her job to focus on legalizing marijuana in Alaska. Take a look if you haven't already.
Dedicating all of my energy toward fighting for freedom and fairness, which begins with legalizing marijuana here in Alaska. And as for this job, well, not that I have a choice, but I quit.
Wow. The vote on Alaska marijuana legalization, or ballot measure 2, is coming up on November 4th. And Charlo Greene joins me now via Skype to discuss it. First of all, Charlo, what on earth were you thinking?
I was thinking, F it, I quit.
Why?
Because it was time for me to step out and take a stand. I watched the campaigns, both the yes and no sides, over the course of several months. And polling was showing that while the majority of Alaskans initially supported the legalization of marijuana, No on 2 campaigns, fear-mongering, the No on 2 campaign, which is actually funded by Big Alcohol, their fear-mongering was actually working, and polling was support for this issue was slipping rapidly to the point where
so
it's
one thing, though, Charlo, to quit. It's another entirely to do it in the way that you did. Why did you think that that was the right way to quit your job?
Which element? Are you talking about the F-bomb or just quitting on live TV?
Both of those. Let's take them one at a time. The cursing, first of all. Why?
Well, the cursing, that was just off the cuff. For the first time in my adult life, I mean, as a journalist, you know you're not supposed to take a stance on an issue either for or against it, regardless of what you actually feel. You can't voice your opinion. I was stepping away from that career. For the first time in my life, I was going to be able to start speaking my opinion. And in that moment, that was my truth.
All right, and then the doing it on live TV, presumably that was thought through and planned for the publicity?
It was thought through and planned as just an exit. This is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. If I were to just give in my 2 weeks, the viewers would have never known, Alaskans would have never known this issue, which is that medical marijuana is just a paper thing. It's not a real thing in Alaska. But ballot measure 2 is a way to make medical marijuana real.
Do you regret any part of the way in which you quit?
Absolutely not.
So you believe you were right to curse and right to quit on live TV and embarrass your employer?
Embarrassing my employer? I mean, that's your opinion. I think I brought attention to this issue, and I don't apologize for bringing
don't think
attention.
you embarrassed your employer? I think your employer, by issuing an apology, was by definition embarrassed. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.
An apology isn't an admission of embarrassment. It's saying you're sorry for something. That has nothing to do with being embarrassed. My station didn't say they were embarrassed by it. They said they apologized for it.
I don't think one tends to apologize for something for which one is not embarrassed. But moving on from the dictionary definition of embarrassment, you've damaged the reputation of your station, obviously, your previous employer. Do you think you've also damaged the reputation of your cause, or do you think you've benefited your cause?
Well, the fact that I'm sitting here with you on FoxNews.com talking about ballot measure 2 and what it means for Alaskans right here today just shows that whatever I did worked to spark a conversation about marijuana reform in Alaska, across the nation, and across the world.
So you think you have benefited your cause?
1,000%. I think people are finally looking past the fear-mongering that people on Fox News just keep on banging into our heads. I mean, there are facts. People are finally looking into the facts instead of just accepting what some talking head is telling them is right and wrong for them. We're Americans. We decide what is right and wrong for us. And this vote on November 4th on ballot measure 2 is a vote for liberty, freedom, fairness, American ideals. Finally, stepping away from a racist stigma, racist prohibition that has stained our nation and ruined too many lives.
Nothing to do with 15 minutes of fame for you personally, then?
Absolutely not. We're talking about marijuana reform, aren't we?
All right, Charlo Greene, the 15 minutes of fame, as a lot of people who have quit live on TV have discovered, often turns into a lifetime of anonymity. But I'll give you the last word. Please make it clean.
Well, I just ask that everyone keep on sharing your marijuana stories. Show everyone that people that decide to smoke marijuana aren't the end of the world. We are contributing members to society. We pay taxes. We have jobs. We wake up and we want to give back. We want to make our world a better place. And we all need to take a stand and finally step out of the shadows. Finally say enough is enough. I smoke weed. I'm still a good person, and I don't deserve to go to jail for this.
All right, Charlo Greene, you've made your point on marijuana. You made your point on live TV. Not sure that that was necessarily the best way to do it. But as you say, this is America. We all can make our own choices. Charlo Greene, thanks for joining us. And for more on the upcoming ballot votes, check out the politics page on foxnews.com. I'm Jonathan Hunt. Thanks for watching.